So, how exactly does CloudGuard Serverless Security protect your AWS Lambda functions? I'm glad you asked. Protection happens on several levels, which are combined to make up the allow list policy. This includes static code analysis, runtime behavioral profiling, and user-defined rules and exclusions. Let's break it down before we roll up our sleeves and start deploying. Upon the onboarding of CloudGuard Serverless Security, static code analysis analyzes the serverless functions code and function configuration of the AWS account. It detects configuration risks and automatically generates least privilege function permissions. It outlines recommended steps for remediation, including recommended least permissive IAM privileges in JSON format. The security admin can just copy and paste this directly into the relevant IAM role policy. Whenever a change is detected in a function's code or in its function configurations, static code analysis kicks in to analyze, detect, and offer remediating actions where necessary. Function self-protection is a lightweight Lambda layer that sits on top of the target Lambda functions to profile their usage and ultimately block malicious attempts automatically. Once FSP is deployed, the solution enters its learning period, where it examines invocations of the protected functions. It analyzes the function's behavior to define a profile of what would be defined as a normal behavior. Together with the static code analysis, an allow list is generated automatically and is stored in a dedicated S3 bucket. Enforcing the allow list can either generate alerts in case of a deviation from the allow list, or conversely, proactively and automatically block any function invocations in runtime that deviate from the allow list while reporting it to CloudGuard's backend. When an invocation of the target function occurs, it first goes through the FSP layer, analyzed against the allow list, and only if it is approved will it pass onwards down the execution path. Otherwise, it is stopped at the FSP function. Finally, to complete the picture of how an allow list policy defines what is and what isn't legitimate use of the protected serverless functions, users can define specific rules and exclusions to rules in order to ensure that certain behaviors aren't blocked. For instance, if the function needs to access a text file which was not mapped during static code analysis or during runtime behavioral profiling, an exclusion can be added to the policy.